the reality. It's not because I think I'm something that's too snooty. I can't do it. This is too many of you doing it. So I try to do everything I do to try to minimize what it is that is likely to come up as a question or a concern. So I annotate the most salient things. So that way, most of my students have been with me for a while. A lot of them will come in and field, the questions that come to me if it's on Twitter. And if I like your response and if I'm in agreement, I'll reply with like a heart or something like that. So it's kind of like me co-signing it. You're understanding and telling the person that may have that question, you told them correctly. And I didn't need to type that. It's easier for me to just hit that little heart, and there it is. You've done me a favor, and the person asking the question. But when you're getting these big runners, you didn't step into that overnight. You have to graduate. Over time, you have to graduate, working slowly towards that goal. And again, it may take you a lot longer to get to that. But you know how to get there? The shortest time is when you're stretching the boundaries of your comfort zone, just like lifting weights, Patrick. Just like lifting weights. You can't go out there and bench press 500 pounds right now, but years from now, you could. I fucking wouldn't try to do that. There's no way. I would say too much. But everybody knows what their limitations are. And you have to stretch that boundary. But as soon as you get into these trades, and we have all seen you holding on to thousands of dollars in trades, open, unrealized profit. And your face is on the screen, your mannerisms. If we were playing poker, your tells are right there. And I'm saying, as someone that's observing it, if you pay attention to what it is that you're doing, watch your own videos. Just like a boxer watches those competitions, fights. Watch your own videos. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to your breathing. Oh God. Oh God. I'm not making fun of you, bro. I'm literally telling you, you are talking to yourself, but the whole world that's watching your live stream, they're seeing it. And some of the folks that you can't see them when you would have your own, the chat window open. Sometimes they would tell you, look, close it now. Be content with that right now. Stop it right now. And like you're trying to do something beyond that, where if you just stopped right when you feel that uncomfortable point at the height of your trade, that's when you're doing it. Subconsciously you should be closing that trade. You know it. But what you're really wrestling with, it's not because you're afraid that it's going to go and run in your favor. You're afraid if it does do that the audience is going to say, you fucked up. You didn't get that big run. That's really what's going on. That's what's going on. And you're not wanting to close the trade at the height of the trade's profitability when you're feeling that uncomfortable threshold because you haven't been there enough times yet. You're not desensitized. This is all new territory for you. And it's awesome watching it. It's fucking amazing watching it. I love it. I wish more of you would do it. I would watch the shit. I'm telling you, I would. But when you feel that discomfort, that's growing pains. That's you doing that last repetition to failure. Stop. Don't go anymore. You're not going to get any more muscle growth. Stop right there. Then watch and see what happens. Does it run to your objective where you thought it was going to go? Or does it turn back on you? And then measure that with your journal. Just say, hey, this is what I did that day. This is how much I got out. This is exactly the moment where I felt uncomfortable. I closed it here. And then record what you took away from that as a positive reinforcement. And then each time you do that, just like weight training, you'll be able to add another 2-pound plate, 5-pound plate, 10-pound plate, one more repetition, one more set, and you'll go beyond and grow. But the things that I love most watching you is that you're finding this stuff out in yourself, but I don't see anybody else giving you. Like you trolled me. I'm not trolling you. I'm telling you, if you do these types of things, I guarantee you, you will be absolutely phenomenal. You'll grow bigger than me on the YouTube. You will absolutely grow bigger than me. And if you just do the things I'm suggesting, you don't have to credit me. I'm not asking for any of that bullshit. It's not about that. I want to see you do well. I want to see Vinny do well. I want his algo box shit to become popular for people that like that kind of stuff. I don't have anything against anybody else. And these two individuals are highly critical of me. And I'm telling you, if they spent more time doing what it is that they do and stop worrying about all this other drama bullshit, your brands would grow. What makes it stagnant and the things that people talk about you is that you still do the things I did early on. Drama marketing only works for so long. And then you have to be able to do something beyond that. You both can trade. You both can do it. But you bring in other things and you allow outside influence to fuck with you. I don't. That's why I don't do it. But see, both of you have something that I don't have. You have a willingness to sit out there and do that. You're willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. Think about it. You have a niche. You have a segment of the community that I will not cater to. I will not do that. I can call a move, I can point to a level, and I can record myself doing that very thing, trading to that. Because I'm in a closed environment where I cannot be talked to. I can't be distracted. I can't have someone ask me, why'd you do this? And why'd you do that? Fuck that. I have 1,000 voices in my head constantly telling me, do this, don't do that. I don't need hundreds, thousands more doing it with a chat room. I can't do it. I thought I could when I tried mentorship. I thought for sure I'd be able to do it. And I found out I couldn't do it. And I've been very vocal about it. And some of you that want to go out and learn how to do this skill set because you want to go out on YouTube and do live streaming, I promise you, a large portion of you are going to be like, what the fuck? You're not going to be able to focus. It's not stage fright. Because if you're making yourself available to the people that are watching you, you have a genuine concern to help them. That's what you're there for. You want to entertain them. You also want to prove to the world you can do something. That's great. That's admirable. I got all the respect in the world for anybody that does it. Guy trades by Matt. He gets out there. He's not, hitting 1,000, but he's out there trying to do it. I got respect for that. I'm never going to shit on somebody that's trying to do something because they got bigger balls than I do. I'm not out there doing that. And I know how to do this, but I also know my limitations. I can't manage that distraction. You both can. Matt can. I can't. So I bloom where I'm planted. I can do this in this closed environment where I can't be distracted. Both of you, well, all three of you I mentioned now, you're out there in front of everybody. That takes a great deal of fucking courage and focus. I can't focus like that. Like I can't focus. So I know my limitations. Just like you may go out there, if you're listening to this and you thought for, maybe in recent times or when you first started trading, you want to be a 100 handle run type trader. You may discover you can't. You can't hold on to a position that long because your comfort is not in that. Your patience threshold doesn't support that type of trading. You got to be a hit and run type surgical 5 handle, 10 handle, I'm out. 10 handle, 15 handle, 20 pips if it's a forex trade. You're done. You're completely out of the marketplace. You can relax because you're wound up like a top. You're stressed out constantly. Okay. You can grow out of that, but until you do, you have to be comfortable with what you're doing, right? You got to be comfortable in your own skin. I'm not comfortable being out there taking on trades where if I do something wrong because I'm listening to other people, I can't have a chat window open because my eye's going to go right to that. Think about what you guys bitch about. When someone says something negative or whatever, they're like squirrels to me. I can't help it. I can't fucking help it. I'm wired to just bite. So if I'm out there with a chat window open, I'm going to have 1,000 things come through that chat window. And I'm going to look at that stuff. And the whole time, price is doing what it's doing. And I won't focus there. So, because I know that's a character flaw in me, that's a human weakness in me that I wrestle with, I must make no allowance for any outside distractions. Some of you may not have that problem. I do. But if you do have that problem, or similar, or maybe different things that you have to wrestle with, you have to figure out what they are and then manage them. You have to do whatever it is to keep those things from influencing your ability to trade, observe price action, and know what it feels like to be in that moment right then and there as a trader. Because if you're not able to pick up on those, well, vibrations that you're getting because of experience, you're getting it from the market. It's telling you what you should be doing. But because of the situation you're in where you have to perform for somebody else that's watching you, or you think someone's going to laugh at you because you didn't do something properly, you're not doing what it is that you're there to do, which is follow your model, your method, and make money. Manage the risk, close the trade and profit, and get the fuck out of Dodge and let the people come back to watch it again. That's the main focus. And you have to keep the main focus in the spotlight. And if you let all this other shit, competition, this guy's better than this one, I can be better than that if I do this and if I do that, just trade. Just stick to what it is that you do and do that. I fucking guarantee you, if you didn't do all these other things, and if you listen to your own experience, that little moment where you're doubting, close it. And over time, the more time you do that, you'll see that you'll be more comfortable holding past that. And then over time, how much time? I don't know, but it'll be a fascinating discovery for yourself, and your audiences will see it happening. It'll be recorded in your live streams. You'll have a perfect video journal of what it is that you went through. I guarantee you, watching the video, you'll remember that very moment, and you'll think, shit, that's exactly when my asshole was puckering right then and there. And I did the right thing by closing it. Look, it went down, and I didn't see it at the time. I kind of felt it could, but I closed the trade. I did the right thing there. And then you can encourage yourself. Say, see, I did the right thing. In the privacy, when nobody's around watching, they can't hear you. And you encourage and you cheerlead yourself. I promise you that you are probably sitting in your house in Florida watching the videos, and you're beating yourself up more than you do in your own videos. Stop doing that, because it's channeling that same negativity into your viewership, your audience, and then it makes them do the same thing to themselves. Don't do that. Cheerlead yourself. Say, you know what? I fucking did this shit today this way, and it paid out. I'm fucking hammering it. That's right. That's exactly right. And people think that's arrogant. Fuck them. Fuck these people that talk that shit, because they are not making money. So they're fucking miserable. They're miserable. But you're letting those types of people creep in, and you're trying to arm wrestle that shit. Oh, I'm going to show the brokies, the haters, the fucking ICT retards. That's what everybody fucking says about everything. And that kind of stuff is not necessary. People watch YouTubers in trading to watch them trade or teach something. They're not there to listen to some horse shit. And I watch all three of you. Not every video, not the entirety of them, but I watch you. And all three of you have characteristics that I like. And if I could sit down with you, I would say, look, do this. But neither one of you would do that, because you don't want anybody thinking that I taught you anything. And that's unfortunate, because I see potential in all three of you. And a lot more of other YouTubers out there. Some guy that trades stocks, I watch him do it all the time. And another dude that trades stock options. They do these same type of things. They let the people in the chat room manage their focus. And when I see that stuff, I'm so much relieved that I came to grips with that real quick. I learned that lesson in 2016 in my first, group in mentorship for just forex. I thought for sure I was going to be able to do it, and I just couldn't do it. I could not have 800 people ask me questions and feel like I'm going to give them all the attention that they feel like they should get. You can't. No human person can do that. No human being can answer a chat window. Every single person that paid them, they think that they have to have their question answered, and they have every right in expecting that. but not at the single second they asked for it. It's unreasonable. It's unrealistic. And I felt guilty because I couldn't deliver that personable one-on-one experience for them. Like, I'm sure some of you, when you tweet to me and I reply to you and you're like, well, thank you so much for giving me a response, or you make a big deal about like I'm a celebrity. I'm not a fucking celebrity. I'm just a man. That's it. But when you respond that it was an interaction between us both, it's meaningful. Every single one of my paid students want that experience. Every single one of them, because I'm a human being that is like, I'm in one location at one time. I can't be everywhere at one time. I'm not omnipresent. Okay. I'm not God. Okay. I'm not forex Jesus. I'm not index futures, Godhead. I'm just a man. That's it. I'm a man. And I try the best I can to be an encouragement to everyone, even the people that don't like me. There is always some kind of redeeming quality in a person, and I look for that. I look for that in everyone. And also, when it's possible, I try to find some way to steer them in the right direction to make themselves better. There are better personalities out there that if they just did similar things like I'm suggesting here tonight, they would be much more popular than I am right now. I'm a fad. I'm going to fizzle out past November. People will still probably watch my videos, but I'm not going to be the thing. Somebody else is going to come up. And it'll be interesting to watch who that is. I'm not going to be out there fucking kicking sand in their face and saying, oh, you're a fucking fraud. Fuck you, pal. I'm going to be back in my old ways of sitting in the sidelines and doing nothing, just watching from a spectator's position, enjoying whatever happens in terms of who comes up next. I don't want to be at the top all the time. Like, I'm uncomfortable being here. Like, I'm being honest, I don't like this. I get nervous. I would be nervous if I looked and seen how many people are listening right now. I don't know. And I would be nervous when I'm live streaming to see how many people, when I close the live stream, I see how many people are there. It makes me nervous because I'm introverted. I may not sound like an introvert because I have the comfort of talking to a phone when there's nobody here. But I wouldn't be this open with all of you if we were in a large group. I was invited, many times over the last 24 months to be speakers, a keynote speaker, and a lot of engagements. Some of them are overseas. And I just don't do those things. I don't feel comfortable in that setting. And I get offers all the time to do like big events, teaching circuits and things. And I just don't want to do that. And because I have got to this point and I don't like it, I feel uncomfortable because I just don't feel comfortable with it. Some of you may do very well in this and become giants and titans in the industry. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that.